G'day and welcome to part 2 of our 10-year reunion of our coach trip where we took 70 kids from a local school in Perth to Sydney, Canberra and Ballarat. In part 1 we talked about our departure from Perth and crossing the Nullarbor and arriving in Sydney. So we pick it up from our first day in Sydney.
Near the hub.
Well, actually just going back, the first place we went to in Sydney was to the old Olympic Village, because remember the kids did the they did the tour of the stadium, and we went
stadium and we went and had tea and coffee.
No, well not quite. We went off. It's just the bridge to here. Remember that?
Murray's.
Where we experienced what an organised coach wash complete area under the one roof. Everything, washing, fueling, cleaning, vacuuming, everything in that one spot. Yeah. You never had to go anywhere.
No, that was actually great.
That was a new experience.
Yeah, it was, we took all the photos and gave them back to Alan and said, this is what we should be doing. Sitting in our dusty little paddock.
They got the high pressure hose and the hoses were
that's Kerry with the high pressure hose.
Yeah.
That's me with the broom. Once you give him the high pressure hose, mate, you can't get it off him.
That's right, yeah.
You dumped your toilet in the same spot, you never had to move for it. It was just a bugger getting in. Remember that? You had to come down between the fence and the building and do this real dodgy right-hand turn without hitting anything to get into the place. Getting out wasn't so bad.
No.
Well, that's because we weren't used to it. The drivers that go in there every day and just zoom.
That's the big vacuum.
Yeah.
There you go, one of us.
Yeah, Paul vacuuming, Kerry with a rag in his hand.
Kerry's doing the windows probably.
Kerry's watching.
Supervising.
Supervisor.
Got your fuel from there?
Fuel, look. That's fuel.
One-stop cleaning shop, wasn't it?
It was. It was brilliant.
And the fact that, the hoses were hanging off the top, just down the sides.
And your cleaning fluids, you just push the button and fill it up to a certain level. That was it. Bang. That's all you needed. Yeah.
All automated,
All automated,
They'd go off and find the bottle for this and find the bottle for that and measure it out and we'd just
try and find a funnel.
But after we did that,
there's the stadium.
ANZ Stadium.
Yep.
We're two clean coaches.
That's it.
If I remember correctly, we tried to get in on the tour.
Did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
After the kids had gone out, we asked if we could go in on a tour too, and they wouldn't let us.
That's right.
Yeah. So we decided then to go and grab coffee.
There we are.
And a cake.
Well, 3 of us in there.
Well,
someone had to take the
coffee. So,
But I think we fixed that.
We're up to selfie. Oh, there he is. He's back. It's Kerry's job.
Kerry took the second job.
He's more interested in
and then we had a game of chess.
We did?
That's right.
You did? Yes.
Don't get much bigger board than us.
We didn't get to finish that game because we got called off.
We'll have to go back and finish it.
We had to go and get the kids.
Yeah.
There's another reason to go back, Sydney.
And then we went from there, we took them down to the jetty down not too far away where they got on the taxi and took the boat into Sydney, and then we had the rest of the day to ourselves until we had to pick them up, I think 5 o'clock that night.
What that
in front of that tower thing, what's it called? Central Park or Point or whatever it's called?
Sydney Tower.
That one.
Yeah. We took them to Manly, didn't we? No, but took the Manly through? No.
No, not Manly, but we took them down to a jetty somewhere close to here. It wasn't too far away, where they got on the boat, got on the taxi.
Because isn't it then why we went in and parked in the city?
Yes.
Near Paddy's?
Yes.
Had that night and we rode on this sky.
Didn't they get on the ferry at Homebush?
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
It
was just close
down the road. That's right.
down the road.
Then they caught that into Sydney.
Yep, and then we didn't see him again for the rest of the day.
That was the ferry too.
And we went and parked up near near Paddy's.
At Paddy's Market.
And that's when we went on the sky rail thing they built.
Monorail.
It's not there anymore.
No, that's
what a stupid idea that was, Take the thing away. I thought it was brilliant.
Of course it was.
A great way to get around town.
It was very futuristic, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was fun.
Yeah, if you take the time to put it there, why would you take it down?
Yeah, I know.
And it's above the traffic, so it actually gets there's no traffic hindrance. Yeah, that was a brilliant
Once
idea.
it was built, it had no impact on anything. It wasn't held up by anything. Nothing could hold it.
We should have one of those around Perth.
That's what I reckon.
Well, I think it was like the bell tower here in Perth. It wasn't making any money. It was quite old. It was a good tourist attraction, but it wasn't making any money. So,
Yeah, but sometimes you have things not to make money. You have because it makes it more.
You've got to have money to run it. So
It's supposed to be a service. Sometimes you've got to do. For the people in the buildings where it runs past.
So we run the cat bus for nothing.
Well, see, that's what actually makes me wonder. Now that they've pulled it out, remember how sometimes the track actually went through the building?
Yes.
yes.
So what have they done with that hole in the building now? The monorail in there.
Oh, I bricked it up.
rented it out.
Space to hire.
Open office space.
Free air conditioning.
We went up into the big tower.
That's
what
it.
do you call it?
Sky Tower.
Sky Tower. We went up into that.
That's it.
I don't remember doing that one.
You don't?
No.
Oh, you've got about
You were
100 on the
there.
first floor. Or
Yeah, take a photograph.
I'm not sure if I got a photo of you there, but we were there.
We definitely went up it, mate. I don't like it up, but
That's
we.
where the markets are in there, wasn't it?
No, that was the train station. That was
Well, that
Central
was
train
QV1.
station.
QV1 building. That one, yeah. Which is a big.
No, that was the Central train station.
Yeah.
I thought.
No.
Because that had shopping.
No, that's QV1 building. Shopping mall.
Yeah.
It's not a train station.
Yeah, but isn't the train station under it?
No. Oh,
Under.
Central station underneath.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, we went there. You tried on a half a dozen hats.
That's exactly right. That'll come later.
Not a QV1. That was somewhere else down.
No. We went in there and there was a whole range of hats.
Yeah.
I thought it was in another
I
arcade.
think there was.
Not in QV1 though.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Well, when we get to the
I
photo,
think it was down George Street or something.
let's get to. Well, I'm up the top.
Yeah, well, Paul obviously was short of cash.
Yeah.
And
I was trying to get the 20
short-sighted.
I was trying to get the 20 cents out.
Oh, look, somebody left me a deposit.
So we've got the white shirt, the
It's gotta look back
epaulets,
personally.
and the blue
But
tie.
those were the days we looked like coach captains.
The old uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We had the thing as to say we were
Yeah.
captains.
Yes.
Epaulets. I remember Adam throwing me his epaulets once at the old depot. You've earned them, so to speak. It might have been after this, I'm not sure, but I remember getting those off him.
Well, I had more hair then too.
Put them on.
Didn't
We all did.
we all?
That was pretty special, it was pretty good.
Adam, can we go to
There's always somebody.
Jonathan Livingston there.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's always somebody who's got a photo of them. In case you can't see it, Jeff, there's a seagull
I
in the
can see
corner.
it, the seagull at the front. Yeah. Well, it's an albatross, actually. Luna Park. Double-ended boat.
Man,
Pointy
ferry.
big both ends, those ferries, don't they?
Very, yeah.
High-speed taxi. Still rolling.
Then we went over to
Darling Harbour.
and had a
Yes.
wander around there.
Yes.
That's
That's
the
right.
Endeavour?
That's the Endeavour, yeah.
They keep borrowing it from us.
They took it, never brought it back.
No, we built it there,
Yeah.
they took it.
Where is it now?
A couple of
Sydney Harbour, it just sits
Oh,
there.
that's right,
I mean, it probably does some things around Sydney Harbour, but it's
Yeah.
based out of Sydney Harbour. We lost it.
Same as what the Lewin does over here.
Yeah, I guess so,
A couple of
probably. Yeah.
warships in there as well, I think. I thought.
You know, I actually found the Dufkin the other day too.
Yeah.
You know how that's been missing out of Fremantle for a long time? It's parked up at that south of Perth yacht club.
What is?
The Dufkin, Deutschkin, what
Oh,
it's called.
Deutschkin, yeah, look
yeah.
up. Yeah.
They weren't big ships, were they?
Another bucket of I'd go to see one of them.
I was going to say, little matchbox.
Yeah. You're going to go sailing the oceans for the next 12 months and you're going in that little dinghy.
Yeah.
No thank you.
Yeah, but to them it was big. They didn't know about anything like we know now.
Yeah. Ocean ones.
Well, there were bigger ones than that.
Oh,
Bigger
yeah.
ships than that.
Yeah,
But the Deutschkin's even smaller than
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Amity, mate. You never come across a consolidation.
Yeah.
That's
No, bugger
tiny.
that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say.
When you think of everything they had jammed onto that thing.
That's right.
Yeah, no.
That's where the Batavia came in. She was twice as big as anything they had before.
Yeah.
She was huge.
I call it the Titanic with a 16.
Yeah, that's it.
It was on its maiden voyage. It just didn't hit an iceberg, it did a roof.
Same thing.
And clearly nobody on the boat spoke Portuguese. The rest they would have known that Abrolos means, look out!
Yep, it does.
Hey, you got in the photo, man.
I got that.
Was you photo bombing?
With the Endeavour. That's nice.
It actually looks like you were
That's
photoshopped.
the
you know.
warship.
No, he wasn't.
No,
It was a
go
real
back
photo.
to it. Go back to it. It does look like he's photoshopped. onto wherever you're sitting.
That's
You reckon you weren't really there?
That's me in my pose.
It looks like you're sort of,
Being an
I know you're
ex-photographer,
standing,
I know.
but it looks
I
like
know
you're
the
sitting
pose.
and you've been photoshopped.
Stuck on there. No, they stuck. There's a real shot of me. They just stuck the boat behind me.
It's a really good
Australian Navy.
museum thing there of all these boats there. I would have liked to have had time to go through all that stuff.
Another sailor.
Looks like a cubby sail.
It's Kerry going.
I thought that was Kerry going.
Over there.
Hail Hitler. No, he's pointing something.
No. I think he's pointing.
I think he was doing a Stevie Wonder
They
impersonation.
let anybody into the shopping centre. Remember we were sitting in that cafe in that shopping centre?
Yeah.
The bird just
The
come
Ibis
wandering
cafe,
through.
The Ibis just.
Well, that was at the Ibis Hotel, wasn't it? It's good. Must be the Ibis.
Well, that was his hotel.
I'm surprised that none of the Ibises have got one of those in a cage somewhere. That's
Oh,
Canberra.
there's.
It is. We've left Sydney now and we're heading for Canberra.
Well, crumbs, that was pretty quick. Yeah, because as we leave in Sydney,
I don't remember much
Change
about
the
the drive down from
no.
Sydney to Canberra.
It's fairly uneventful.
We did notice that there was a lot of cameras
Yes.
on the freeway system there,
Yeah.
taking
Well,
photos.
there's overhead ones.
Yes, and we had to pull in to those truck stops.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Weighbridges.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, electronic
That's right. Yeah.
tag things.
And I think it was either going down from Sydney to Canberra, where one of us was in the outside lane, and there was a truckie come up, said, "Boys, you got to get into the weighbridge, or else you get fined." So
Oh,
one of us-
okay.
one of us nearly missed it. Yeah,
Well,
Well, Adam would have paid.
That would have been your coach then.
more likely.
I can remember somebody, I think it was on this trip, because when you go into those wave bridges, they either give you a red light or green light.
Yeah.
They give you a green one, you just turn straight back out again. You
Yeah.
get a red one, you pull in. And somebody got a red one because the bloke hit the wrong button. So when they got to the thing over, they said, "Oh, what's going on here?" When they got the thing, the bloke said, "Yeah, keep going, sorry, wrong button." I can't remember whether that was you people or us, or I'm pretty sure it was on this trip. It was on one of those wave bridge things.
Yeah, but I mean,
I do recall.
again, something new for
I
us.
do recall. But I can't remember which one it was. Was
No.
the first? Because you and I both.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing, because we both had the same. And we did most of the driving
You've got to
together
get a
last
sense of
night.
old Bob Hawke's little room where we made all the decisions.
It's coming.
Put the feet up on the table.
Certainly the town of many roundabouts.
It was. Actually, I actually don't mind Canberra.
Not many traffic
Yeah, I
lights,
think so.
lots of roundabouts.
The roundabouts don't bother me. You know, I mean, they're decent sized roundabouts. It's those piddly little things that are painted.
Like the ones we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but these
Well,
things
again,
are not a
it's
problem.
purpose built, so it was built
Yeah.
from scratch. So,
I mean, it's like the roundabout in Bunbury's. Same
Yeah.
sort of size.
Yeah.
They're not a problem to get around.
No. At least you don't have traffic lights to stop at.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of traffic in Canberra. That was one good thing about it.
So the new Parliament House, our trip to the new Parliament House.
Security.
Security
I
on the
looked
rail.
at that photo and I thought, what the hell was going on there? And then I remembered that's when we had just come through the security and I was putting things back into my pocket.
No, mate. You were pretending to be security.
security, yeah.
You were coming through like, oh, I'm security, man.
1, 2, 3.
Because I took the photograph. This is after, because I'm the one taking the photo of you three coming
Yeah.
through.
I'm just actually looking at trying to work out why all of a sudden have I got red hair? Yeah.
The kindergarten.
Oh, this is where nobody actually sits there to discuss anything. They all stay in their own rooms.
No.
The only person in there is normally this person speaking.
Well, remember while we were sitting in there, somebody came in one door, somebody came in another door, and then they stood up and they said whatever they were saying, and then that person stood up, said something back, and then they both walked out again, and that was it.
Yeah. We pay these guys big money to sit in this room and discuss things,
And
and
they
they
don't even show up. Says a lot about the job when 100 and something people take a sickie on the same day.
Three wise men.
Three wise men come up shortly.
We got the cleaner there.
I don't know what they're cleaning up. It's not like anyone's been there.
We cleaned it. That's what it must have been a weekend or a non-work day.
I can't believe it's 10 years ago.
And those people sitting.
Oh, no.
That was in the other one.
That's the other, the lower house.
That's the public gallery.
Yeah.
Here's your three wise men.
Three wise monkeys.
Yeah.
Here,
One
no,
story's
see, no,
nuts.
Do know. And I said to Kerry, what are you doing? He says, do no wrong.
I was trying. Trying very hard.
I've got that red hair again. Yeah.
Someone who's paid. There's a guy with a camera in his hand.
Yeah. I took a lot of photos on the ground.
Yes, I know.
And somebody took a photo of me getting off the ground.
Was that a John Cleese moment?
No. That was me trying to get back up again after setting the camera up. Or going down to set the camera up, I can't remember. Because we needed to get that shot.
Well,
that's it.
The required shot whenever we went to Canberra was this one.
How did we get 4?
That was me getting on the ground to set the camera up to get that shot.
Yes.
And then getting up and running real fast to get up here before the timer went off.
You did. You made it.
But it was a required shot, that one, whenever we went to Canberra, that we got a shot of everybody standing under the pointy thing.
Yeah.
Send me a copy.
No flag.
Didn't I? I'm sure I gave you a copy of all of these.
Probably. They're in cyberspace somewhere.
Is
that us?
A couple of politicians part-timing. A couple of coggies. To the old ones. That coach is parked out the front.
Yeah.
There's 3 coaches around here, 2.
Yeah, well,
we weren't the only
part behind us.
We weren't the only
That
ones.
little red fern?
Hey?
Little red fern out front there?
The little
Red fern?
Yes. The protests.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. Yeah,
It's Aboriginal Embassy.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have their own little embassy, that little square block.
Yeah, you can see it there. Just.
Who's there? Jeff? Oh, me, Jeff Kerry. Then we got Paul.
Well, you and I did most of the photography. You did most of it, I took some.
That's the
This is the kids inside Parliament there. Correct.
That's the old Parliament.
So
Yeah,
here was the public? No.
No, that was, they were in there doing a mock government,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
taking roles of who does what and all that sort of thing. We just stumbled across them.
Yeah.
Then we went out of there and we did our own
Exploring.
our own
Tour.
bit of Parliament. Oh, Kerry had a phone call, right?
Yep.
Had to ring the bookie.
No, took your mobile phone with it.
I think I was ringing up for dinner.
Time of time.
Reservations.
Can you deliver to the old Parliament House?
We must have asked him an awkward question. He's doing a ring phone.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
Jeff was just demonstrating how the modern people use a phone now.
Well, that's a mobile phone. I was checking my stocks and shares.
And then I think we went to business. Oh no, not
That's it?
quite.
We're still...
We're still doing the right thing.
It's quite plush, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well, when you think
For
about,
the era.
yeah, but when you think about all the major decisions that were made on behalf of Australia in that room,
Yeah.
you know,
Scary, isn't it?
that sort of,
That's why it should have been us.
it put it a bit into a bit. I don't know how to explain it. It was a bit not overwhelming, but sort of when you think of the history of what had happened in Australia over history,
It's surreal.
had come into that, been there in that room.
Yeah. Politicians
And-
talking it out.
Yep, and we had to make our version of it as well.
That's right.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, that's it.
This is how the decisions were made. Actually, I remember too, we had to drag some of the furniture around to get the
We
camera
did,
in the
we
right
did.
spot. We had to remodel
Shifted
it.
the rover out.
We'll wait for security to come and kick us out for changing the position of everything. Then it was off to the War Memorial.
This was fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
certainly an eye.
This was a big highlight, wasn't it?
It was. Well, one of the highlights. One of the highlights on the trip.
Yeah.
For me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
Like I've been to-
that's what I mean.
Spectacular.
You know?
I've been to some museums, war memorial type museums over in Europe recently, and they're nothing. This is the best I've ever seen as a memorial.
Never really knew what to expect. Oh, well, I had an interest to go and have a look, of course, you know, something. But when I got in there, because you just walk from one room to another, and it just never stops. It just keeps going and going and going. And it's just, I mean, we only had, what, a couple of hours or something in there, and we literally had to run around.
Yeah.
And I think actually on this trip, we ran around to all the highlights to try and show these two. Because the
last
first time we ran out of time.
Yeah.
So we knew where all the good stuff was, so we ran, taking them with us to all the best stuff so far. It is, yeah.
But it's a different thing.
Playing his pipes.
The last post.
Yeah, like
Yep.
post. Yeah.
At the end of the day, 5 o'clock
5
closing
o'clock,
time, they
yeah.
come out and do this.
Yeah. That again was quite an eye-opener. quite moving too.
It was.
And it's never the same thing. So this time it was a piper. Another time it was. I remember one time we were there. It was a Sheila with a trumpet.
Yep.
A bugle.
Yeah.
Doing it. So it seems like every day or every week they have somebody different doing it.
Just the way it was done too. Like it was like the doors were closed, and then you heard the pipes, and then the doors opened, and then it was like probably 30 seconds before the piper actually walked out, stood there, did his thing. I'm not sure whether he walked backwards or turned around. He'll probably turn around. And then went back in again, and then the doors shut.
Once the door's shut.
Once the door's shut, they were all going, "What? Can you get a bit?"
That's right. It's finished.
They couldn't push you out fast enough.
No, that was funny. If they had a broom, mate, people-sized broom, they would have been sweeping us out.
Couldn't get rid of you fast enough.
I got to get home.
There you go. Here's Pilot Paul. That's good.
Yeah. And Kerry.
Kerry going, "What's this do?" Sorry, folks.
That's the ejector, sir.
Oh, clearly, because the kid in the back looks like he's trying to get out in a hurry.
I was thinking I was a bit worried.
You are looking a bit worried there, actually.
Kerry's playing with something again under the
Even
dash.
Jeff's doing a runner, sort of.
I'm getting out of here.
That's the where you go on the ropes down to the ground.
Yeah.
Well, we obviously weren't flying then.
Low.
Jeff just
Flying low.
The National
Then
Museum.
we're off to the museum.
Yes.
The National Museum.
Paul had his new coach.
That's it. That's right. This is a new one for Adam, he said.
That's his wish list.
This guy's almost as good as mine.
This day and age.
The old Holden.
Well, no, they don't make those anymore. In fact, they don't
No,
make
they
them
don't.
anymore.
Yeah, don't make
I
it
left
all.
Jake.
Actually, I saw a whole pile of old Holtons heading into Whiteman Park yesterday when I was over there. Must have some display over this.
I saw a bunch of old Holden going on a tip.
They're actually trying to sell this collection over there for $6 million, the whole collection. All the old Holden premiers.
I'll show you.
The
the Victor. I can't believe I put it on.
and the washing line behind it. Who would have thought that'd be in a
The
museum?
Hills hoist.
Well, we invented them.
Crocodile. Guys.
Take a photo?
Like a grumpy old man.
No, excuse me, guys. Guys.
He's getting closer. He's licking those lips.
Hello.
Take the bloody photo.
So that's a straight man shot. So he's a straight man. He's a funny man. Oh, there's that.
There we go.
This is the fog. This is when we were driving up to Canberra. Up to Ballerat.
After we've left Canberra, go to
Left
Ballerat.
Canberra. But did we get to the mountains? No, we haven't done the...
Oh no, actually did. No, this would be the trip to the snow.
To the Blue Persia Mountains?
Yes, because it was an early start.
Yes, that's right. Straight out of Canberra, straight along the road, and straight into the fog. Hey, the guy at the back, we just had to follow the tail lights, mate.
It was when you could see them.
What's the name?
Yeah.
Is that the old road?
No, that's Jindabyne. And when the water's low enough, sometimes you can still see the tops of the old buildings in the water from the original town when they flooded it. Because they had to move the town when they were flooding the water. It's for the Snowy River thing. This is the car park, yeah.
Must be cold because I got my
The
beanie.
train, what was that called?
Blue Cow.
Blue Cow?
Anyway, there's our kids and some of the teachers.
Do you know what? You know what surprised me about that train station? You look back at that thing. Inside it, talk about flaming facilities for drivers, because the drivers, when it is snowing proper, the drivers have to stay with the coach, because every couple of hours they've got to go back outside, start the coach and warm the coach up to keep the fuel running, otherwise the fuel would freeze. So inside there they have a driver's room that has a lounge for you to sit on, watch TV, they have bunks in the bedroom, you just bring a sleeping bag, go to sleep. Completely all the facilities you need while you're waiting for your lot to go do
But
their
then
up the snow.
there's the fuel that you can put in there that doesn't freeze up.
I don't know.
Doesn't burn.
Maybe when it gets that cold, that stuff still freezes. I don't know.
Because when I was working over the...
That's right. You went over with 21.
That's right, with John Toya. And sort of going to the mountain, Blue Perisher, where we were going, at the bottom township, they had snow fuel, which doesn't freeze up. So they had an additive in the fuel, at the gas station, already in the big tanks underneath the station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for that reason. Yeah.
Don't work in the snow, so that's why I wouldn't have heard of it. But yeah, no, I just thought the facilities they put in for the coach driver. I mean, you know, that's...
And even up top, at Perisher itself, which is up the top of this one, the same thing, they've got a driver's room, specially designed for the drivers, right by the car park area, and it's got bunks, it's got facilities in there, tea and coffee making machines, lounges where the driver can specifically go, they can have a sleep, you know, whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Amazing.
Nobody thinks of the drivers around here.
No.
Of course, up top at Perisher.
No, actually, no, this is the train station before you get on the train to go up the top.
Yeah, this is the best.
Oh, there's two.
This is
Sorry.
the car park.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jumping the gun.
That's the
That's
train,
the train
waiting for
station.
the train. That's on the train.
Yeah.
Of course, it went up a hill like that, didn't it?
Yeah. Through the hill. Not up the hill, but through the hill.
Yeah.
Well, that's so the people who were skiing could ski on the hill.
Well, you can ski down the roll tracks.
There we go.
Hey, pointing fingers at each other. And John's making important phone call.
Where did we get the jackets from?
We stopped to hire them from that place just out of Perisher.
Kuma? Was it from
Kuma.
the Roadhouse?
Yes.
Garage at Kuma.
Yes.
They would hire them, and the school would pay for us to get all our snow gear and everything as well.
That is where you get the snow fuel from, Kuma.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's where I got my beanie from.
Yes.
The
got
one
mine too,
I had
which
was
is
not going to do the job in the cold, so this is on the first trip we did over. It wasn't going to keep my head warm in the cold because it's not made for snow, you know. And they had that beanie there, and I think it cost me about $8 or something. I was perfect.
Yeah.
And it was bloody hot in that thing.
Yeah.
Brilliant beanie.
I've still got my beanie at home, actually.
I got a thin insulate. I bought one of those thin insulate beanies. It's so hot I gave it to the missus because it's just too hot for my head.
Oh, we're not
Well, pole dancing.
Yeah, I was
Pole
gonna say.
dancing. Paul's doing his
Pole dancing. One of Paul's many talents.
More stories coming out from that night.
Since there's no poles in the coach, he does it in the train.
Sounds like that. A bit more interesting trip than we did.
There we are.
Up in the snow.
Up in us.
Hey, you know what?
That was a blizzard.
Perisher.
Yeah.
That's a snow machine, or was that a siren on
Yeah,
the
no, that was one of the
Snow
snow
machines.
machines.
What's the snow machine?
Yeah.
No, we're on
Wasn't
top
on
of the
top.
first level here.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
First level, I think.
Because we took the
can't
kids off at the first level and then we went up to the top ourselves.
Yeah, that was the first trip though.
Both trips.
Oh, good day.
Yeah. And the second trip where we did it was blizzard up the top, remember?
Yeah.
Minus
So
12.
the first level is Blue Cow,
Yes.
and then next level is Perisher.
Yeah.
I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's that where you did the snow angel?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
the snow angels and
Yeah.
you know.
Through snowballs.
Yeah.
Kids and teachers.
Well, that was the first level, that's right. Because there's no blizzard happening right at the moment, I'd say this was the first level.
I actually think it's a top ball
This is the top. This is the
Yeah.
top. Yeah.
because the blizzard comes short.
Action man.
Oh, there he is.
That looks like it's been photoshopped, Kevin.
Action man.
And his mate.
Looks like it's stuck your head through the poster.
On the fence.
Oh, I got no idea what Jeff is doing.
Is that me?
Yeah.
That's for you, Jeff. Standing tall. Look at
One
me.
of the Power Rangers.
At least I was warm. I think.
I still look cold.
John's looking for Mount Everest.
You still don't look at
And
it.
Tenzing.
I was bloody freezing my ass off.
So was I when I looked at it.
Get me some more clothes.
Didn't they have trousers in your size?
There we go. Look, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got
Yeah.
mugged.
I did.
That's where we all got snowballed by the kids.
And Kerry's been rolled around in the snow.
There comes your snowstorming.
Yeah, that's a
That's it.
Yeah.
That's you two. Getting lost out in the blizzard then. Minus 12. Couldn't believe that. Never been so cold in my life.
No.
And they still had to make their own snow.
Oh, Kerry, tough man. There you go.
Hold the place up.
Holding up the sign.
My hands are cold.
He's a snow angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on.
There's a bit of bromance.
Bromance.
told you they had a different trip to us, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, see, we actually never talked about the accommodation in Canberra.
No.
Right, where you two had the crappy room and we had the good room.
Yes.
We had the room with the air conditioning. Well, at least in my room, anyway.
We did.
Yeah, but we had 2 beds in one room. We didn't actually have separate rooms.
Well, we had separate rooms, and I froze my ass off that first night. We'd gone around and got blankets off of every other bed that was in the place and tacked it on mine. It was like I was sleeping under a brick bloody wall with that flaming heavy, and then found out that Jeff had said 2 or 3 times, "You haven't got the window open." I said, "No, I've closed it." And I did. When we came in, the first thing I saw was the window open. It was only open a little bit, and I'd closed it. I thought, well, I'd just flame to have a window open in this weather, you know. Didn't realise at the time that the cleaners or somebody had come in and tidied up or whatever and cracked the window open. So all night, like the bloody window was open. It's minus bloody 12 in the room.
It's freezing.
Freezing out. Next night when I knew the window was closed, it was all great, no problem. But about that much bloody doonas and things on my bed trying to keep warm, and I'm still freezing my arse off.
That's because the cold's probably coming up through the mattress. You needed some underneath and some below.
Yeah, mate.
You love those snowmaker machines. You get photo.
This is at the train station before we head back in. Remember the donuts?
Oh,
Yes.
Donut balls.
Donut balls.
Donut holes. Donut holes.
Yeah, we ate the holes.
Yes.
They were
yeah.
expensive, but they were nice.
Yeah. Oh, you get all different flavours too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were nice. Real nice. We got a hole too.
Still freezing.
Yeah. I don't think I was that cold. I think my face was, the cheeks, here.
Yeah.
That was just cold.
That's why I think I had that up all the way up
Yeah.
like I had it, because it was trying to stop the cold from coming in. Then we went to Ballarat.
Yes.
Doesn't look quite so cold there.
No, thank God for that.
But it's further south.
Best accommodation on the gig, I think, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yes.
So now,
This is actually the Eureka stock.
That's
right.
right.
We
That's what I was
went
gonna
over
say.
the Eureka,
Yeah.
had a look
That's
over
right.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
Time.
That was I suppose, our attempt at revolution. Got squashed very quickly.
Oh, it's a bordering on civil war, I suppose.
Yeah, but we never got to the side type of the Civil War they had in America. Or the
Kerry found his new coach.
That's it. Better newer looking than mine, mate.
That's only got a new paint job on it, that's all.
I thought that was our new uniform.
Now this person looked like he fitted in there.
It did, it does.
The dry as a bone.
Dry as a bone, yeah. And it was. I've been out in pouring rain in that thing.
You still got it?
Yeah.
Still going?
Still go.
Yeah.
Then it was
The old town.
Sovereign.
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 That was excellent.
Didn't find a penny of gold.
I used to go with the panning. They had indoor bowls, indoor
Yes.
bowling.
Yeah.
Wooden thing.
Wooden alley, wooden bowls.
Down a wooden alley.
Yeah.
yeah, that's coming.
I'm just saying that's where it was here, and then you pan for gold. So they do tourism far better than we do. I think they got the men dressed up, the people going
So this is
around.
quite well set up, I reckon. Yeah. Oh, and the township is an operating township as well.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is absolutely amazing that it's, like you said, it's a working town. People are dressed up, time period, and it's just, you just feel like you're in the 1800s.
Back there, yeah.
It is
We
absolutely brilliant.
did have one Armadale.
Armadale, yeah.
Channel 7 started, what was it called?
Pioneer
Pioneer.
Pioneer Village. And they were exactly the same. They were in there, they were dressed, and they'd have mock fights and things like that.
But this is 5 times better than what that ever was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know?
but it was good for us,
Even on a bad
but
day.
it just didn't get the support. I mean, as in, we haven't got the population to support it, whereas there they do.
And the best part of all this is we lived in there.
Yes. Yes.
We stayed in there, we had our meals in there,
Yeah.
we had free roam at the place.
That's right. We went down to one of the stores there for dinner.
Yeah, into the hotel.
That's right. And the girls were all dressed up in their period costume.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all this drama playing that was going on all the time, you know.
Just didn't see any gunfights because it's not the Wild West in America.
I have a vague memory there was something going on. Oh no, that wasn't that. I think it was a copper going around trying to find a criminal that had done a runner, and the whole thing was they were running through town trying to catch this.
That's right.
And he would show up something along that kind of lines.
noticed the stagecoach came into town a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah. I've actually got some shots of that going around too. And it was a huge place.
We didn't try to hold up the stagecoach, mate.
No.
We should have. Stand and deliver. There it is. There it is.
Here it is.
That's when someone should have jumped out to stand and deliver.
Well, Cobb and Co, is it?
Yeah.
The sleuthing, the panning.
Yep, the end of the goldfields. Jeff holding up the traffic in the street.
Well, it's still
Panning
cold.
at Main Street.
Yeah.
Certainly looking out of place there, mate.
No, I was just blending in.
With the road service.
Central heating.
Yes.
Warming me chestnuts.
Roasting your chestnuts.
That's it. Hot roasted chestnuts. Oh, good.
Still playing with the camera.
Still look grumpy.
Oh, playing with the camera.
The GPS is not working in that period, mate.
GPS wasn't invented. Not in the camera anyway.
Oh, that's a
Fire brigade.
Yeah.
Well, I got our fire devils.
Yeah, we didn't have any horses for that, so you boys had to do it.
Yeah.
The horse was done a runner.
Here we go.
Here's your bowling game.
10-pin bowling. Yep.
With his wooden balls.
Looks like you're going, oh no.
Hey, Mamma mia, she didn't work. It's just the corner down the bottom. Oh, you're holding up the bank.
Holding up the bank.
Yeah, with the bubble.
This is where you were coming up the mine shaft.
That's right.
But it was up behind that piece of first bit stuff.
Somewhere where it's not supposed to be, as always.
And,
Yeah, felt like a mouse on display.
and as usual, his mate followed. Oh, wrong one. Hang on. He's there somewhere. Oh, there was one I thought of Paul coming up.
Can't you use the stairs like everybody else?
Well, who would have known that this was a like a premonition?
Past the Paul.
Yeah.
Playing with milk.
Doing the sermon, mate.
Yep.
Hallelujah, brothers.
Yeah, would you go to church if this was standing in the aisle asking you to come in?
No.
Oh, there it is.
That's the new
Why
top
have you
hat.
got a bucket on your head?
It's the top hat, sir.
Oh,
It was the latest in the fashion.
Oh, sorry.
Buckets.
The funny thing is, though, the only thing he's added out of that time period is the hat, but he still looks like he fits in.
Yeah, exactly. Still got that.
But that hat I wore in, I bought in Sydney. On that trip, I bought that hat at Paddy's Markets.
Oh,
That's where I bought it.
Is that the one you're wearing now? Still got?
No, it's actually died.
Oh,
no. That's because you bought it from Paddy's Market.
No, it's,
I'm not sure it was alive then, actually.
oh, explosives! I want to go to the toilet.
Do not light a match.
We feel the explosive by the time we finish.
Oh,
Or if this happens.
There would have only been a candle in there too, right?
That's the dinner we were talking about.
That's the dinner.
Yeah.
Well, they did have the period costumes, the ladies, as you say.
But not us. Look at him, he goes in there looking like a...
We seem to have a separate table.
Mate, you had more hair, didn't you?
Oh, I did.
What about
Even though we lived.
yeah, I was going to say, you beat me to it.
There they are.
There's the bills.
The trouble was, though,
Good
that
tucker.
at that time period, digital cameras are still sort of fairly new, so they weren't good at handling low light. That's why the photos are really blurry in it, because they couldn't handle the low light.
No. There we are, the Ford just been. Yeah, I haven't changed a bit.
No, not really.
Well, I reckon you had more hair back then too, mate.
Maybe on the side.
Only a touch.
Maybe it's just the fact you've had a haircut.
Oh, where is that?
Because you really haven't receded that much.
Oh, shouldn't have done. Shouldn't have let forward. Shouldn't have let forward, should I?
Spaghetti bowl for dinner.
I do like my spag bowl.
These are the beds.
There, that's right.
That was our room, wasn't
That
it?
was our rooms.
You didn't have to share it though.
Nice.
No. Full poster.
Huge
room.
bloody room. You have a party in there and still have plenty of room.
Yeah.
They were absolutely brilliant, especially when you look what the teachers had to stay in. They had to stay with the kids. They weren't impressed.
You guys had a spa in yours, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
There was 4 rooms, 2 with spas and 2 without.
Yeah, we missed out on the spa. Oh, I missed out on the spa.
The luck of the draw, or maybe they know quality when they see it. I mean, what can I say?
The trouble with the spa is by the time you fill the bloody thing up, it's like 3/4 of an hour later. You look at it, I really don't feel like it now, but I've wasted all that water. I'll get in it for 10 minutes,
Bubble it up and then.
I think this is the many faces of Kerry. It is.
There it is.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top impersonation. Dr. Livingstone impersonation. This was in that place that I thought was where the train station is in Sydney.
Yeah. No, this was on the shop down in George Street.
No.
Down the main street.
I'm sure
it's in that long building that we saw from the top.
QV1.
Yeah. I don't know what
sure
it is.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Because I've got a few of these.
Okay.
Stiff upper.
Stevie Wonder.
That was at the Blue Mountains.
This is Kerry's best shot.
Signs in Braille, so we can Stevie Wonder impersonation.
But the scary thing is he's so good at doing it.
He's just a bit more reflective than Stevie is, that's all.
Yeah.
This is Dad's Army Kerry.
That's it.
That's Army Kerry.
Get them married. Get married.
And I think that's the end of it.
Yeah.
And then the drive home.
That's it, the drive home, mate.
Not that I'm sure.
I think we were leaving.
I don't know if this actually was from that trip though.
Because we were still wearing our weather gear.
Was it?
Yeah.
And it was getting hot now because we're back down the hill.
Oh yeah, I can see your wet weather gear on. Yes.
Yes.
Snow gear. Yeah.
And it's now getting hot because.
Have you got your tongue out?
Yes, I have.
He's panting.
Otherwise, you've got a very swollen bottom lip. I'm trying to work it.
Well, they were last rolling round together.
I had noticed that.
But on the way back, it was much quicker. But I don't know how you guys found it. But when we got back, back to the end, a lot of the kids on the coach were crying because they had the best trip they'd ever had. There was that relationship with the drivers that they probably don't have with their own dads, right? Because we're like the dad figures that played as fathers rather than just like authority figures like the teachers. So we didn't have to be the authority of the teachers. We could play with the kids and not tell them off. And so we had one girl in particular, a young girl, bawled her eyes out. She just bawled her eyes out because she didn't want the trip to end. She just had so much fun, and the fact that...
Well, it's great. It's just had to measure of 2 things. The trip, the 4 people.
That's it.
Just the connection was just was fantastic.
A lot of the kids, when I talk about not chewing, I said not to eat. Only one kid ate chewing gum on the coach and stuck it, and I think that was on the trip over. We pointed out to I did anyway, pointed out to the teacher, and so they had a word with him. We had another issue.
There's always going to be one that takes.
There's always one because you give them an inch, and they'll take a mile.
Well, the kids, it's their job. That's what they do.
But even with the kids being, like we allowed them to do so much more that they wouldn't be allowed to do if they rode on a normal bus or maybe with on a different tour. Like many times we had kids sitting next to us in the aisle stacks on the two-ways, talking with kids on your buses in the early hours of the morning. And for them, they thought that was fantastic. The bee's knees. They're staying up late and by the driver and talking and that sort of stuff.
The relationship. That's what it's all about.
Still is.
So we made a fantastic trip, and the thing was, we did that to save the company, the contract, and then they don't do it anymore.
No, I know. And even the teachers were disappointed that it was the parents that made that happen because they reckon it was too long a time away from home. 12 days is too long for kids of that age to be away from home. It wasn't the kids that had a problem with it. The kids were sorry to be bloody going back. It was the parents that were having a hard time with it. In fact, I used to say to the kids when we got back, don't forget when you get off the coach, make it look like you've missed mum and dad.
That's right.
Don't get off looking happy. Maybe they did that too good. Maybe that's why.
I think on our coach we had a different language every day.
Yeah, we were speaking a different
Mexican
accent.
and Italian and
English. Today it's Italian.
The guests didn't know what was going on. They'll be greeted, Buongiorno. Next day, g'day, mate. Certainly kept them
and
on
we
the
did
toes.
try the joke as well, but sometimes they fell a bit
I
flat.
hope they were better than John.
Hey, apparently mine were great. They were asking for them.
Yeah.
Surprised me.
Yeah, that's good.
But I think, for myself, I mean, to be able to have had the opportunity to do that trip, have the experience, and do it with you guys as well, for me, that's one of the events through my driving career that is I'm not going to forget.
No.
I'm never going to forget this.
No.
I mean, how could you?
No.
Really,
And it's
it was fantastic. It really was.
Yeah, likewise. That's why we're doing this.
The thing was, I mean, we've all come from different backgrounds. I mean, in this trip's case, I've been driving coaches for a year and a half. I'm not sure. You've been.
I had been a bus driver before for 8 years.
Jeff, you'd only been with the company for what did we say, about 6 months or
It's
something.
October to whichever did this, so about 6 months.
Yeah,
So,
so I had some party.
We didn't really
Party
know
bus
each other
background.
all
What did you do
that
before
well.
that?
No. We'd done probably the odd job here and there.
Couple
But
of
back
times
then, in
together.
those days, we didn't do too many jobs where there was coaches on the job. It was
No.
pretty much always on our own. So we really didn't know each other that well.
We did afterwards.
We did afterwards, yeah.
We did afterwards.
Look, they got into each other a bit better than anyone. What happens on tour stays on tour.
But I think too, it's that trip that we all experienced has brought us as drivers and friends closer together.
Yeah.
Now I feel that we've forged a friendship over the years since we've done that, and that friendship has never waned, really, for me. So.
Huh?
No.
Why not? So,
But it's not a job normally that you have that kind of connection.
No.
Because most time you meet each other in the office room, but you go and get your coach. That's it. It's
5
just
minutes
you.
each, you see each other in the yard, 5 minutes, here you go, but backwards and forward, 10 minutes if you're lucky. Or you could do a job together where you're doing sitting around, and that way you can talk and you do find out, but then you go and pick up and so on. But to have done that and to be with the, as you say, with the four musketeers, the four people, and if you like, the company taking a chance on us a little bit, but because not knowing who I was or.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, driving out the gate with,
all different personalities.
$400,000 worth of equipment, hoping it comes back 12 days later.
But mention this because we all got a little gift. I left mine in my display cabinet. I was thinking.
We did. This was even more special to me. This was from the school.
Yes.
And presented to all four of us.
Yep.
So do you think now that maybe it's time to hand it over to John so he can have some time off?
we got
this was just lovely.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've still got it.
Yeah. As I say, mine's in a display cabinet.
Got a bit much of a special place.
I'm guessing that's probably where mine is too, because I have a display case as well. It's not something I look at every day, so I'm guessing that's probably where mine is.
Yeah, because all the any tours that I've done where people have given me things, it ends up it's my wife's display cabinet that she's got all her other little knickknacks, and there's a bottom shelf that I'll stick my stuff on.
Money's usually nice, but this is even better.
Money only lasts until you spend it.
Yeah, well, it's a nice gesture. And it's not something you get from every tour you do.
No, just their appreciation of the four of us, and we've now done our appreciation of them as a group, and we wish them all well, wherever they are. Hope they'll remember us.
Well, it's 10 years, those kids are all probably out
I
of
was
school.
going to say, they'll all be working now.
Well, they might be, hopefully some of them got into the medical side and they might be able to push us around the hospital or something.
Sometime.
They could pay us back sometime.
You better hope it's not that one you told off for eating chewing gum, Paul. He'd be pointing you to the elevator. That's not actually there.
Well, when they're pushing you around in the wheelchair, just take your chewing gum out and stick it on the side.
Yes, yeah.
That's the same.